Bellingham. Today is Friday, April 17th. Welcome to the daily update from the town officials, the place where you're going to find all the important and correct information. We're going to start off today with Deputy Chief. If you could give us an update on the numbers, please.
Sure. Good morning. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Today's numbers: Massachusetts, 32,181 cases with 1,245 deaths. In the U.S., we have 678,210 cases, 34,641 deaths, and 57,844 recovered, which are good numbers. Worldwide, we have 2,193,558 cases. We have 147,378 deaths and 555,533 recovered, which are pretty good numbers if you ask me.
I'd like to see that number going up.
Yes,
sure.
that's really good news. Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Mark. Esther, over to you for Bellingham specific.
Hi, good morning. So yesterday was kind of an active day for the town. We are up to a total of 41 confirmed cases, with 20 of those cases being active. We have had 19 recover and 2 deaths, with a total of 164 residents in Bellingham being tested.
Okay, thank you, Esther. Bruce, Board of Health.
Just so we can put some clarity on the numbers being good. It was also our worst day of the whole scenario here. There was 6 new cases. And speaking with some of my other local boards, they also had a tough day. So we're like getting close to the top, not quite there. So people still need to be aware of social distancing, wash your hands, don't go out unless you have to. I mean, I know people like to shop and stuff, but only go if you need to. That's like one big place where you're gonna have a lot of contact. You know, do what you can. If you have to go out, wear a mask and just maintain as much distance from the people there. You don't know who's got it. Some people are asymmetric. They don't show symptoms, but they could be positive. So you don't know. You won't know until you're not feeling well. So everybody, be careful when you're out, and only go out if you need to.
I've heard a lot of residents talking about going shopping for 2 weeks at a time now instead of just weekly.
Yeah, no, that's highly recommended.
Yeah. I think you also pointed out just having one person from the household.
Yes, absolutely. If you can leave the kids and grandma at home, you go out, put a list together. Actually, if you check with your neighbor and you can help your neighbor out, that would cut down on the number of people in the store. I did go this morning on my way into each of the stores. Stop and Shop was fairly slow, kind of a big hint because Market Basket was slammed. The line went all the way over to Walmart. The project or the property management people are doing a pretty decent job of keeping up with all of the gloves and masks being tossed into the parking lot. They were out last night, but there is still a few. I was very obnoxious today and did a drive around looking for people to have my strobes on so people knew I was there. Hopefully people will get the message.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, thank you, Bruce. Anybody else in the room before I turn it over to Dennis? Dennis, do you have some questions that you wanted to run by?
Absolutely. Had some questions for Esther,
Yes.
as we always do. Can anyone be tested, or do you have to show some symptoms before you're testing?
At this time, you still have to show symptoms, and you do need a doctor's order. So you need to go ahead and call your doctor if you're experiencing symptoms, and they will order you to be tested and direct you where to go.
If a person is a COVID-19 carrier or has been tested with minor symptoms, and they are a smoker, using vape or cigars or any other thing that they may smoke, they exhale, can the virus be transmitted in their smoke?
So there really aren't a lot of studies out there about this right now. Technically, yes. The short answer is yes, the virus will be exhaled when they exhale the smoke, but it's not known to what percentage of the virus is there. It's not known whether it's in high quantity or small quantity. But if you're practicing social distancing guidelines and you're not standing in front of someone's face when they exhale the smoke, then your risk is very minimal.
Thank you. One more, and it has to do, I think it ties in with what the governor was talking about yesterday with the tracing. I understand that the identity of confirmed COVID cases cannot be released, and contact of those individuals are being notified of their potential exposure. Does the contact trace also identify possible public locations like grocery stores the individual may have visited leading up to the positive test? If so, are those locations notified, and can the general public also be notified as well?
So the contact tracing does identify the places that the positive person has visited. If it was deemed that someone was exposed to the virus and again meets that definition of exposure, then those people will be notified, the store will be contacted. However, it would not become public information.
Okay, so I think the person goes on to talk about if they were shopping at Market Basket at 11 o'clock and it was determined that maybe a cashier was servicing that lane for 2 or 3 hours. Would they make an attempt to actually contact people that came through the grocery store line?
It depends. If you're talking about the cashier being positive, then there would be some outreach. But you have to remember, you have to meet that definition of exposure, meaning no plexiglass, no mask in front of that person for more than 15 minutes at less than 6 feet. That really is what is defining you as being exposed. So if you don't meet that criteria, then you're not really considered to have been exposed to the virus because there have been protective measures in place.
That's all I had for us. I have a couple more, but I know you have some guests, so maybe we could do the guests and
Sure.
finish these up.
All right, today we are fortunate to be joined by Paul Rogers from PJ's and Dimitri Nikolos, if I said that correctly, from Coachman's. Let's start first,
And
Paul.
one more.
Oh, I'm sorry. And Kim joined us. Sorry, I didn't see you up on the screen. My apologies. Paul, let's start out with you guys and what's going on with PJ's. I know you've been very active in supporting the community and preparing the meals that we just delivered to our seniors in Bellingham for Easter. What other things are you guys doing?
Basically, we've been doing, obviously we had to rework our whole configuration of our restaurant. So we're doing curbside pickup, delivery. We were fortunate enough to be involved with Mike Soda with the meals on Sunday, which was a lot of fun. We've been providing free kids meals because of the school lunch program not being available. Some families rely on that. So we've continued that over into dinner time because in Bellingham, we're only open 4 to 8. And we're just trying to make every effort to get our food out there. And I think the most important thing is the support that we've got from the town and the community is just very humbling. And we're very fortunate to be, where we are. We're holding our own. It's a different game out there as far as the restaurant business goes, but we're holding our own, and we're very fortunate to be there.
Excellent. What's the best way for people to look at your menus and connect with you? Do you have a Facebook page or?
We have a Facebook page, which you can also order on Facebook Messenger. We just updated our phone system, so it's much more easier to get a hold of us. And we also have, like I said, the Facebook page is probably the best way to see our menu. We're still doing daily specials. So that's probably the best way to find out what's going on at PJ's.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much for what you've been doing for Bellingham. Let's turn it over now to Dimitri. I know you too have been actively supportive of people in need in Bellingham, and you provided the meals for Rentham Manor a couple weeks ago, months.
Yeah.
It seems like forever ago. Give us an update on what things are looking like at Coachman's. And did we lose you? Oh no, there you're okay. Sorry, it's too many screens to manage. Why don't you give us an update on all things Coachman?
Yes. Well, thank you so much for having me this morning. So here at the Coachman, on Wednesday, we decided to roll out a new takeout menu. So we have some exciting new sandwiches, 6 new pastas, a couple of new steaks, and you can actually order online on our website at www.coachmanslodge.com, and you just simply click the button and enter your credit card information, and then come and pick up your order. It's essentially a cashless transaction, and you don't even have to enter the building. You just come in through our patio and simply pick up your meal. And, we have hand sanitizer stations placed around the building to make sure that, everyone stays, safe, and, we're taking the preventable measures necessary to limit this from spreading any further. But along, with that, I know that Paul over at PJ's had donated, a couple of meals similar to the way that we did here at the Coachman. And I just wanted to reach out to any community leaders, business leaders, and if there are any pressing issues that, need to be addressed, such as feeding the elderly, we are all, ears here at the Coachman, and would love to help out if it works out. So I just wanted to say thank you for all of the support. And so far, things have been great business-wise, and we only hope to, build upon that as we transition during these times. So thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you. I know I personally can't wait till that patio is open and we can.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have it ready.
And you brought tears to the eyes of a lot of the seniors we delivered those meals to. As Cindy said, we delivered about 200. I know I talked with your dad a bit leading up to that. It was just a wonderful day, and it was truly appreciated by those people who have got in their homes, and it was a nice treat for them. So thank you.
Of course.
Great. Thanks, Dimitri. All right, now I'm going to turn it over to Kim Morgan from Happy Tales. Hi, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Tell us what's going on in your world.
Well, we just opened back in December, so the timing of this whole thing is great as a new business. We've been very fortunate that all of the customers we've made over the past few months have continued to shop with us, and we encourage other people to do so. We've shifted just about everything to curbside pickup or delivery. If you go to shop.happytalesmarket.com, we've got pretty much every food and treat that we carry up there. We've started to add toys and grooming supplies. And in most cases, we can do same-day delivery if you order before 4 o'clock. So we've just adapted as best we can to serve the community, and people who've been ordering from places like either Chewy or Amazon, their shipping has been delayed between like 5 and 7 days. So we can fill that gap right now to get your dogs fed, get them some chew treats so they're not interrupting your Zoom meetings at home and keep them busy. And we can get it to you pretty quick nowadays.
That's excellent. Thank you very much, Kim. Turn it back to you, Dennis, for more questions. You guys are welcome to stay if you want, or you can, it's up to you. All right.
I had a couple other items to bring up, one being the Memorial Day Parade. I know we mentioned at the selectmen's meeting, but Jim Hastings, who coordinates things on the Memorial and Veterans Day Committee, mentioned to me that unfortunately they are going to be canceling the Memorial Day Parade in May. It's a few weeks away, and who knows what conditions are going to be like then, but they need to notify the bands. There's a lot of coordinating that goes on, and it's unfortunate. I think we've had a Memorial Day Parade, I want to say, for like 140 some odd consecutive years here in Bellingham. So we're still going to do something. Jim is putting together some observances on Memorial Day where we'll go and lay some wreaths at the different war memorials in town and get that schedule out so the public can come out and join us, assuming that we're back to a little bit more where we can have small crowds. Couple of other questions, and Bruce, would you mind coming up again? Bruce is our health agent again, and a couple of things that I know you are working on. 2 questions really, and they both have to do with the pop-up shop that's going to be going on South Main Street. That's going to be selling personal protective equipment, and both questions were asking about it. Some were concerned about the pricing. Maybe you can talk I know you discussed it with the individual and felt that the pricing was reasonable, and
yeah, I mean the prices are fairly reasonable. Supply and demand, unfortunately, has driven the price up to all vendors, and it's difficult, but he's not outrageous. If anybody ever felt that they were being taken advantage of, they can always reach out to the Attorney General's office. with the number that Mark has, that he posts every day. You know, he's going to have the supplies there. He's going to donate some things to certain people that need them. You know, I mean, it's there. It's an avenue now. People have called several times, like, where can I get some information on, you know, masks and gloves and sanitizer. He has, you know, it's a fairly small operation, so I mean, if you're there, be conscious of, you know, not blacking out on the street and causing a hazard. Or we're going to have issues with his stand there, so be conscious. You know, try to work with everybody to, you know, make sure we're all safe. But he is open and up and running. He's contacted all of the boards and committees here, and you know, we worked with him to get him up in operational as quick as we could. So you know, he's there. Get your supplies. Be safe. Maintain. Now you have your mask, so when you go to the supermarket, everybody's happy.
Thanks, Bruce. We did have a couple of questions, as I said. It got a little notoriety in the news because people were concerned, is this somebody that's just out there trying to take advantage of people? And I know you spent some time with them to make sure that they're properly permitted.
I mean, his price is similar to the price that my board paid to get masks and gloves. So I mean, it's not too outrageous. It's just unfortunate that the whole situation has caused a cost all around for everybody.
Right.
Thanks, Bruce.
Questions?
One last thing. I've had a lot of calls about the recycling center. As you know, we're Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Yard waste only. I think next weekend we'll have some discussion, but we're going to shoot for next weekend to get that opened again for recycling and yard waste. Get back to our normal schedule. So next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we'll still do the 9 to 2. And if things start to be on the mend and we can manage it properly, not put people at risk, then maybe we can expand it a little bit, at least to the weekend, at least one day on the weekend.
Nice. Okay. Turn it back to you, Mark.
All right, thank you very much. Just a quick update from the police department. They're asking everybody to use caution. You're getting your stimulus checks. Watch the mail. I don't believe there has been any thefts in Bellingham, but there's been some advertisement on these checks might be getting stolen. So keep an eye on that. Keep your cars locked. If you do leave your home, make sure you lock your home. So just to maintain that safety aspect. As usual, I want to address the Massachusetts call-in for 211 if you have any COVID emergency questions. And the Mass Attorney General's hotline is 617-727-3465. And that's it. Thank you.
Great. Just to let you all know, Monday is a holiday, so we will not be having a broadcast. If you do have any questions, you can continue to email them to us at covid19@bellinghamma.org. Did I get that right?
You got it.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and please wash your hands.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you.